last time I fought someone so formidable?
How is it you can still stand and fight?
It is as you said. If we lose here, nothing will remain.
What are you boasting about? Even if you kill me, Esros is still the victor. I withstood humiliation to preserve the name of the High Houses. And even so, you ingrates treat me like this!
Enough excuses.
They are not excuses. House Wolford has single-handedly brought ruin upon us. As long as I live, so shall the High Houses!
Get back here, Silvio! You still owe me my due!
I like how Rufus is the one who chases after him first.
He has no reason nor army to strike at us again.
True. And I would rather not harm one of our own could we avoid it.
At the end of the battle against House Wolford, Lord Silvio of Tellior leaves the field defeated. The victors, however, do not go by unscathed, repeated battles taking their toll on the soldiers. All goes according to Gustadolph's plan to weaken both houses. Landroi Falkes, Lord of the Third of Glenbrook's High Houses, faces off against General Avlora.
What's going on, everybody? This is Valid here, and today we're going to be playing some more triangle strategy. So I added in those clips from the end of the previous fight into the start of this episode here, where, stupidly, Lord Tellior came back to the battlefield after we kicked his ass. And even more stupidly, we did not try to detain him or anything like that, and he got to run away. No consequences whatsoever. But we have this side quest up here, and if we take a look at it, Silvio has tried to run to the Norzellian mountain base. So let's see what happens to him.
I must survive. Somehow, I must survive. Ah!
Escaping all on your own, I see.
Ah, yes, out of everybody to chase after him, it's not Asfrost, it's not us, it's Rufus, because he didn't get paid.
I came to collect my reward.
Reward? Since when were losers ever rewarded?
I remember our deal differently.
As do I. I was promised an invincible executioner.
Hey, he is still alive, he just failed.
Nothing but a fraud. A sheep in wolf's clothing. What's so funny?
He's gonna get whack-a-mole, isn't he?
Pay me what I'm owed or die.
I cannot give you what I do not possess. But if you kill me now, you will have lost to Wolford with nothing to show for it.
I mean, he could just raid your domain.
Go on.
Oh, come on, just kill him.
Let me live, on the other hand. I will find the coin to pay you. What do you say? Do we have a deal?
Fine.
Oh, don't let him live.
Consider your life forfeit.
Damn it, Rufus. Alright, well, Rufus didn't do anything, sadly. But that means Silvio's probably going to have some more plans in the future to come screw with us. Alright, well, the Ashfrosty army arrives in Falkes to deal with the ever-defiant Landroi, the one guy I actually like in this game that isn't part of my own army. Oh god. His land is a freaking graveyard.
Far too much blood has been spilled.
know how loyal you were to the late King Regna. We may be enemies, but you still have my respect. I would invite you to join our ranks.
You would dishonor me so.
I prefer it to your death.
Save your pity for someone who needs it. Your master will never have our loyalty, even if it means the end of the 3 high houses. Your Majesty, I serve you even in death.
No! Why? The only person I can trust in this game. Oh god, his blood spilled so fast. Landroi, no.
His plot foiled and bested in battle by House Wolford, Silvio Tellior flees, leaving everything behind. House Falkes fights valiantly, but ultimately loses to General Avlora's army, and joins their late king in death. Of Glenbrook's 3 high houses, Wolford, Tellior, and Falkes, 2 are felled by the iron hammer of Esfrost. House Wolford now stands alone, in more peril than ever.
So, 2 of Glenbrook's 3 high houses have fallen.
This fucking triangle head asshole.
This is quite the interesting turn.
Now Wolford stands alone, having lost both the crown and its allies. There is no better time for us to act.
Then let us set the trap, brimming with bait enough to lure them in and keep them there.
As you command. The famed High House of the Saltiron War will soon be under your thumb, my lord. Having control of their land will make our deliveries that much easier.
It sounds like a drug deal. Although their entire thing with the the salt deliveries from the Saltiron War and all that shit has sounded like a drug deal this entire time.
Brute strength is not the only path to victory. A truly wise man can win without ever drawing his sword.
My lord, a bird from Sorsley End of Hyzant has arrived. He has offered to send us provisions and funds in light of our situation.
A most welcome offer, to be sure, but
It's a scam.
why would he extend a helping hand to us now? Could he be after something?
Yes, it's a scam.
Undoubtedly, there are regrettably none so altruistic amongst the Saintly Seven. Seeing as Minister Sorsley has never shown much interest in other nations,
He is scamming.
I can only surmise this is a ploy to put House Wolford in his debt.
As I suspected. But our people and soldiers need all the help they can get. Let us accept his proposal. We can deal with whatever ulterior motives he may have once we are back on our feet.
Wait, no. Let me bring it to the scales of conviction, or at least choose it myself. Don't just decide it in the cutscene. I don't want to be under Hyzant's thumb. Especially not triangle heads. Ah, god damn it. So, we lose our most trusted quote-unquote ally. Freaking Lord whatever, Silvio just gets away scot-free. And just tricks goddamn Rufus into letting him live. Man, we win our battle and we got the shit end of this deal. We have another side story. Avlora reports to Gustadolph, who muses on his next move. But before I do all that, we got a spider silk as a reward from the last fight. I want to go to the encampment real fast and go see whose weapon we can upgrade with that. And I also want to see if we got a new mock battle. So let's go check out both of those real fast. What's up, Ian's? Such a weird pronunciation of this name. Alright, so yeah, that Spider Silk looks like it can upgrade any one of our 3 archers. Now, all 3 of them have pretty good benefits to them. And Archibald and potentially Rudolph are already technically promoted to veteran. But honestly, the utility of having a flying unit who can also, is also an archer, and she has both a root in place with Shadow Stitch and a blind. I honestly think I'm going to be using Huette till the end of the game. Like, Roland's good. I mean, not Roland. Rudolph is good with his traps. He can hit pretty hard. Archibald's got some nice AoE, and he's good for taking out armor units, even though he's a bow unit. And we could still potentially use both of them in the future. But Hawkette's where it's at. So we're going to go ahead and put Hawkette up to a great bow. Because I think she's going to be the most useful choice in the long run. That unlocked her weapon damage up, her accuracy up. Shadow Stitch arrow duration +1, so it roots him in place for an extra turn. Or blind duration +1, it blinds him for an extra turn. And insult to injury increases your crit hit rate against enemies with 50% or less HP remaining. We're going to start off, actually we could probably do a couple upgrades on her. I'm going to start with the damage, first and foremost. And it looks like we can get one more. Her accuracy hasn't been too big of a problem. We will get to that one, but I'm going to hold off on it for now. So I think we're going to grab... It's a hard choice between the blind duration and the crit. I'm going to take a moment to think about it. I think I'm going to go with the crit. The whole reason for that was being that, as a melee unit, you can kind of walk around people, get behind them and all that, and we even have our mages that can push them to turn them around. But a lot of the benefit with Hawkette is that she'll kind of fly around to areas that are inaccessible to the enemy or just kind of be at range to where her movement's not going to be big enough to get behind them for every single attack. So having an increase of 50% to her crit rate is going to probably provide a ton of extra damage that I wouldn't have gotten. Alright, let's go ahead and check out the mock battles. Oh, really? We actually did not get a new one. Interesting. Alright, well I guess it's back to the main screen. We're going to go continue on with the storyline. Alright. Avlora reports into Gustadolph, who muses on his next move.
Congratulations on your victory in the Falkes domain, General.
Thank you, sir. They were proud warriors. And Lord Landroi a formidable foe despite his age.
I imagine he was content to breathe his last on his beloved fields. 30 years have passed since the Salt Iron War. It was time he was put to rest beside that bygone era. Avlora, it is time you had a rest as well.
What do you mean by that, Your Grace?
Your soldiers have fought long and hard. Any longer and their morale may suffer for it.
But what of House Wolford? Prince Roland is still with them. Is that not cause for concern?
Her soldiers' morale, she just won a pretty big battle. Their morale would honestly probably be pretty high. I do agree that they probably want to rest, but I'm sure their morale is great right now.
There are no lords left worth worrying about. House Wolford stands alone after Roland's uprising.
Even so, we would do well not to underestimate them. Even standing alone, they once changed the course of the Salt Iron War.
House Wolford is no longer the hunter, but the hunted.
Oh, someone's getting cocky.
That I do not, General.
You know, I feel with how Gustadolph treats Avlora, that it's just going to be a matter of time before she gets kicked out of his army and joins ours. I know I said it a while back and it didn't actually happen, but I still kind of been holding out hope that we pick up Avlora. Now, Roland requests a favor of Benedict, who responds with a shocking proposition.
You wish to speak to me, Your Highness?
I wish to leave the Wolford domain.
Yeah, too fucking bad.
Me to persuade Lord Serenoa.
Not gonna happen.
Yes. Though I doubt he will welcome the conversation after the scales have spoken.
I don't need the scales for that one.
Tired. Their expression's grim. And this castle is no different.
Even so, the decision was made together.
Yes. But I think we all know that I am at the source of our troubles. The responsibility ultimately falls to me.
If you truly wish to take responsibility, then I do have an idea.
Go kill Gustadolph is the idea.
Give me that ring.
Is that the Ring of Convictions?
This is proof that I belong to the royal family. What would you do with it?
Have you die for your people.
Oh, interesting. They're gonna fake his death? Alright. Oh god, back to the frickin' brigands. Travis and Trish's band happen upon a startling discovery on the riverbank. Are they gonna figure out what's in the mine before us? Please don't tell us that. Oh, wait, look where we are, We're near the castle? I wonder if they're gonna come up with, what was Roland's master's name? Whatever, but they're downriver from him. I wonder if they're gonna actually run into the body of what's his name. Or even potentially, I wonder if he's still alive. I don't know. Let's go find out.
Hey, boss. Come take a look at this.
Oh, wait. That actually looks like Rudolph's body. Or not Rudolph, Roland's body. Maybe this is their way of faking his death.
Or maybe not so poor, judging by these clothes.
But wait, did they just, like, murder somebody to fake Roland's death?
Hey, Pa! Remember what I said about that reward money?
Of course I do. This might just be him.
Pa, take a look at this!
Shiny ring, huh? Is that the royal emblem? This has got to be Prince Roland.
It's a good thing in this day and age there's no DNA tests or dental records or intelligence. Because that's clearly not Roland.
The corpse is regrettably too damaged to identify, but the royal signet is unmistakable. Aside from Cordelia, there is only one who would wear the royal family's ring. There can be no doubt, this is Prince Roland.
Excuse me, Your Grace, but about that reward.
Thalas, give them their coin.
Yes, brother.
Thank you kindly for your generosity, Your Grace.
What a waste. Is this truly how the kingdom of Glenbrook meets its end?
House Wolford are no fools. Their friend was only a liability. They have spared themselves by forsaking the prince. They may have escaped, but there are none who would help them. There is no reason for us to concern ourselves with House Wolford any longer.
A shame.
Your poor brother, betrayed by his most trusted friend.
Oh, shut up, Erica. She's fucking laughing while she's saying that. She has no sympathy.
Oh, Roland.
The news of Prince Roland's death spreads across the land like wildfire. With his demise, seemingly comes the end of the Kingdom of Glenbrook. But only days later, a proclamation is made that would bind Esfrost and Glenbrook. Bearer of the royal signet and last heir to the throne of Glenbrook, Cordelia is to ascend as queen. And wed Archduke Gustadolph.
Princess Cordelia is to wed the Archduke?
Yeah, with the princess as the only quote-unquote remaining member of the royal family, Gustadolph has taken that as basically free reign to take over the entire country. Now Hyzant is going to actually have a huge problem with this because there is going to be a massive loss in power. I can already suspect something crazy is about to come next.
Gustadolph is the very one who invaded Glenbrook.
But King Regna is to blame for trying to monopolize the mines.
What does it matter who the princess weds as long as Glenbrook lives on?
It damn well matters to me.
My people, our days of late have been dark and filled with strife. Both Glenbrook and Esfrost have suffered countless losses. And we have lost both of our beloved princes. For that, I offer you my deepest condolences. May they all rest in peace.
Wait, both of the princes? They've only lost one cousin. We've lost multiple of the royal bloodline. We lost the king. We've lost the house, Lord Falkes. And we lost her older brother as well as Roland. I guess, I don't know if Roland's older than her or not, but we've lost two princes and a lord.
As you all know, my father was sentenced to death for his role in this tragic event. But how do we come to grips with our sorrow and anger? How do we atone for our mistakes?
Esfrost does not deserve your forgiveness. Do not submit to Gustadolph's will.
Let us recognize our sins as such and move forward. Archduke Gustadolph has magnanimously given us another chance.
No, he hasn't. He's taken over our fucking country.
A chance to see Glenbrook to a fair and free future. As the queen of this kingdom, I, Cordelia of House Glenbrook, do hereby accept the warmth and governance of Esfrost, and swear to do everything in my power to usher in an age of peace with the Archduke.
With all due respect, sir, I do not believe Queen Cordelia to be fit for ruling Glenbrook.
She does not need to be. She is to be our figurehead, a place for the people to focus both their hope and discontent. And while the poor people of Glenbrook stumble in the dark, we shall establish a new government, one based in freedom. Once the people have had a taste of true freedom Esfrost would offer them, there will be no turning back. By the time Cordelia births an heir, both this kingdom and its people will belong solely to Esfrost.
I would be loath to stand upon a political battlefield. It is far more heartless than those of war.
I am simply breathing new life into a kingdom of tired traditions. The people will thank me for it in time.
Isn't your current kingdom doing, like, terribly with the division between the rich and the poor, and people not being able to get enough electrolytes to, you know, live?
Father, my brothers, I swear to avenge you.
Alright, well, I think that's going to do that for this one. I don't want to drag out these long story episodes for too long. But we got a little bit of stuff to look forward to. We got some new character stories with, well, just one with Roland. And we still have our domain. It has not been taken over yet, but I have a feeling that we're going to get attacked here in the near future. But anyways, guys, thank you guys so very much for watching. And I will see you in the next video. Take care, and goodbye.